Hi, I'm Colin. Welcome to Learn Somatics. Today I want to show you a variation on the side bending movement that allows you to release both your waist and also the inner thighs as well. This is really helpful for improving balance. So let's get started. We're going to turn onto our side for this one. So our working position for this movement is like so, laying on our side, knees at about 90 degrees from the hips. Then you can have the lower leg just bent comfortably, the knee joint. You want to have your arm outstretched. You can rest your head here, or if that's not comfortable to have your arm like this, you can use a pillow and have your arm a little more in front. That's fine too. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just revisit the sort of top of this side bend movement, taking our arm, reaching over our head, and taking a hold of our head with our fingers just above our bottom side ear. And from here, just begin to lift your head a little bit off the floor or off your arm. You'll notice as soon as you start to pick up your head, and you'll see I'm not lifting very high here, I can immediately feel to lift the head like this engages my side, my top side waist here, and then slowly come on back down. So in this movement I'm getting this whole side of the trunk and a little bit into the lats as well, obliques, the whole side of the body. So let's repeat that again. And you can lift a little bit higher. If the first one was comfortable, you can go a little bit higher. So I'm going to come up a little more now, and the more I lift up, the more clearly I can feel this contraction in my top side waist. And then slowly come on down. And really on this, you want to come down very slow so that you can feel what's happening in the side of your body as you relax back to rest. If you come down too fast, you're not going to get as good of a release because you're just not going to have a chance to feel what's happening. And let's repeat that. Lifting the head. I'm using my arm, but I'm also using my trunk to lift my head, i.e. I could take my hand away and I could still hold my head up. So my trunk is involved as well. And sort of draw your armpit towards your hip, and that will make an even stronger, more clear contraction. And again, come down real slow. You're literally taking about 4, 5, maybe 6 or 7 seconds to come down. And when I do that, I can really feel the muscles in my waist and in my lat, my shoulder, lengthening out. All right, let's do just one more of those. Pick up the head. I'm using my arm to lift my head, but I'm also using my trunk to lift my head. These muscles here. I'm drawing my armpit to my hip. I can feel the tension in my top side waist. And then I'm slowly coming down. When I'm coming down, I'm relaxing that entire side of my trunk. The more freedom we have and relaxation through our waist, the better our balance. And rest. Okay, so that's the top half of your side bend essentially. And we're just going to add something small but important to this to get into the inner thighs as well. So in this position, all you're going to do is just press your knees together. And now there's nothing for you to see here because there's nowhere for my legs to go. They're pressed together. But you'll immediately feel tension in your inner thigh and groin. And then just slowly release that. And repeat that. We'll do that like 1 or 2 times, just more, so that you can be clear on it. I'm pressing my knees together. You can even intentionally tighten in your groin muscles as well, so that you take in the short adductors up at the groin. And you can even press your ankles together to get the whole lower body squeezing together. And then slowly release. And just do that one more time, and you might notice as you press your legs together, does it make your belly tighten just ever so slightly as well. You might feel a little bit, particularly in your lower abdominals down here. And then slowly release to rest. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add the pressing together of the knees, the legs, to the side bending position. So let's give this a try. Start by picking up the head again, just like you were doing a moment ago. Now press your legs together. And this is going to make it feel a little bit different now. It's going to create more sensation, more tension. Now keep your knees and your legs pressed together as you let the top half come down. This fixes your pelvis in place. It actually requires a bit of concentration to relax the top half and keep the legs pressed together. Nice and slow until the head is completely down, and then you can relax the pressing of the knees. And let's repeat. Pick up the head, get the top half of our side bend established, press the legs together. You'll feel it in the groin, in the inner thighs. Keep the tension in the inner thighs, so keep that action of pressing the knees together. Let the top half come down nice and slow. Very, very carefully coming down, really lengthening out that waist. And then relaxing the legs when the head is fully at rest at the bottom. All right, and let's just do that one more time. 3 is plenty on this. It's kind of powerful. Lift the top half up. You can draw your armpit to your hip. Press the legs together. Feel those inner thighs engage. I can feel a strong contraction in my groin and inner thighs now. And then slowly come on back down. Keep your knees pressed together as your top half uncurls. When your head is at rest, relax the legs, and you can call it a day at that. So about 3 or 4 repetitions is usually plenty on that. Unless you're finding it particularly enjoyable and you want to do more, that's fine too, but don't feel like you have to do loads of repetitions. Let's lay on our back now and see what we've got. So once you're back on your back, you want to compare the feeling of the right side or top side waist, whichever side you've done, to the left side waist, and also note the feeling in the inner thighs and groin. Do you have a sense of having more space, more openness in the legs as well? Now, before you play the video back and do the other side, get on up and have a little walk around and see if that doesn't feel a little different between in your legs and in your waist on the side you worked with. And then you can repeat the movement on the other side so that you're nice and even. If you found that movement useful, you want to check out that one there and that one there as well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.